Hola familia, feliz New Year's Eve. I have to figure out how to say that in Spanish, but I know anybody that you meet in the street would say feliz año, feliz año. They don't even say nuevo. So feliz año nuevo a todos. Los amo. I love you guys. Just wanted to let you know that this morning I had an opportunity to visit a children's hospital here in Panama. We call it Hospital del Niño. That means this is a hospital solely dedicated to caring for kids. Now, I know my channel is about the single older woman, but it doesn't hurt to know what is available in your new home, in your new country. So you may have a grandchild visit and something happened and they have to be admitted. But I want you to know, just like when I went to Santo Tomas and I walked through the emergency room and I found it very big and they have all specialties, they had different bays, different specialties. Here at the Hospital del Niño, yes, the building looks a little old, but it was busy. It has 4 floors. The friend that I visited, they were on the 3rd floor. And the room was clean, but it was like a ward. There were multiple beds in there. I don't know if they have private rooms, right? And the populace, the people, that's where they bring their kids. I saw incubators, I saw machines, x-ray machines, and people were very nice. The place looks very clean. And I have to tell you that the security was really tight. They don't have open visiting hours. They only had like 2-hour increments and you had to register, you had to show ID. That gives me a peace of mind, knowing that not anybody can just walk in there and they have security, you stop, there's a desk, there is a guard. Yes, I like that about Panama. The room that my friend was in was clean, as I said, and I got a chance. The reason I went there was kind of to translate, make sure that they were getting the right information. 2 very young, very, very kind doctors, female doctors, talked to me and explained everything. And, I felt at peace that the plan of care, the testing that was done were all appropriate. And even some things I was suggesting in my mind that, follow up, more testing, and they were right there. They were right on point. So I felt that the care, the diagnostic, the finding out, everything was on par with what, as a clinician, I'm not a pediatrician, but, I could say, okay, maybe how about this? It could be this, could be that. They were on it. And they were very kind, very patient. You know how when you're calling a doctor over there, they're usually always so busy, they don't have time for you. The Panama way is that they sit there, they answer your question, talk to you. I love that about Panama. And then the nurses came, there were like 2 nurses, very kind. The doctors spoke some English, but they were relieved when I said I spoke Spanish. And I was able to talk to them and we understood and translated for the parents. So all in all, it was a beautiful experience. The elevator was slow and it it was deep. So it carried a lot of people. But for a country like Panama, I was very pleased. I even mentioned the Ciudad de la Salud, which is where they have all the specialties under the Caja de Seguro Social, which is like the government-sponsored agency that manages, hospitals and clinics and stuff. And she was like, no, we got everything here. This is a specialty hospital. So I thought you would want to know that in case you have a grandchild that needed care, ended up in the hospital, that you could have a pediatric floor on Pacifica Salud. I'm pretty sure they do, or Paitilla. But this one, because it specializes in children, I would feel better having my child there, knowing that all the specialists are pediatrician or pediatric specialists. Okay, so the next hospital I'd like to be able to just put of course I couldn't take pictures. This is not a place where I'm going to whip my camera and No bueno. So we don't, take pictures of children and their parents. That would be a terrible invasion of privacy. So please don't do it. I did not do it. But Hospital del Nino, off of Balboa, next to Santo Tomas Hospital, which is the largest public hospital in Panama. And there is another one, I believe, on Via España, close to where they talk about you have some American style clinics. After you pass the metro station, Fernando de Cordoba, it's in that area there. So, but it was a good experience. I felt relieved, and I was able to share that with the parents so that they know what's going on, what to expect, and that just having physicians take the time to talk to you. Hello, we don't get that. But of course, the nurses, I say, I'm so enfermera. They go, and they're so nice, when they see somebody who can speak their language. But anyway, that's my spiel for today. For tomorrow, I found out, let me do another little clip about that, because my friend is going to make the soup, and I'm going to be a sous chef, so it's going to be a surprise. Well, not anymore, I just told you, but so look for that tomorrow. It should be fun. It would be nice to be a sous chef and have somebody tell me what to do for a change. All right? All right. God loves you. Happy, Feliz New Year's Eve. Be safe. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Of course, I'm kind of boring like that. I was supposed to go on to a luncheon with a friend, but this happened, and that took precedence. Just going and visiting this little one and calming the parents, because it's rough to have your child sick. But anyway, God loves you. Mwah. I love you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I can't believe it. 2026 right around the corner. Ciao, ciao.